Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about CRS Score. Knowing about CRS Score will be your first step towards your Express Entry PR process. Let's see what is CRS Score and how does it help you getting your PR through Express Entry and how to increase your CRS Score. When you create an Express Entry profile, your profile will be assessed based on your age, marital status, skills, education, language ability, work experience and many other factors, and you will be given a score, and this score is called a CRS score, which tells you where exactly you stand in the pool and how closer are you in receiving the ITA, that is invitations to apply for PR. I will leave this link in the description box for your reference. This page summarizes the maximum points that a candidate can score for each category. Without spouse, the maximum score that you can get for age is 110, and for education it's 150. For language score it's 160, and for Canadian work experience it's 80. Also, you can see for each factor you're losing 10 points with spouse. However, you can compensate these 40 points by adding your spouse's skills along with your skills. Next comes your skill transferability factors, where your education along with a good language score can get you up to 50 points, or a Canadian work experience with a degree can get you 50 points. You can get maximum of 50 from either of them. Similarly, your language proficiency along with your foreign work experience can get you up to 50 points, or if you have both Canadian and foreign work experience, you can get up to 50 points, which means your education with Indian work experience can get you up to 50 points. Certificate of qualification is applicable only for people in trade occupation, so this is not applicable for many of us. Also, there are a few other factors which can get you additional points, like if you have siblings who are a Canadian citizen or a PR can get you 15 points. Then French language skills can get you some points, and if you have a Canadian degree you can get 30 points. Next is a job offer from a Canadian employer supported by LMIA can get you 200 points. The last one is for provincial nominee program, where you can get invite from provinces and your application is approved, you will receive a PNP certificate which is eligible to get additional 600 points. This is entirely a separate process which has its own timeline and fee associated with it. To summarize, with all the above discussed factors, you can get maximum of 1200 points. Here we have complete breakdown of CRS points section by section. You can refer this link to have better understanding of your CRS score. Now let's see how to calculate the CRS score using the tool that is available in CIC website. Here I am calculating the score for a single person with bachelor's degree. So first is your marital status. I am selecting single. Next it is asking for age. I am giving 25. This will be your education level. Selecting bachelor's degree, and this is Canadian degree and I'm selecting no. So this will be your language score and it should not be older than 2 years. So it is asking which language test did you take. So there are two tests like IELTS and CELPIP. I believe IELTS is the best among them. Here I am selecting the minimum score, which is CLB 7. And if you know French, you can take French language test, which can give you some additional points. Now I'm giving not applicable. And this is your work experience in Canada, and I'm giving none. And your foreign skilled work experience, which will be your Indian work experience. I'm selecting 3 years or more. And the certificate of qualification from a Canadian province, this is applicable for a skilled laborers, so I'm giving no. Here it is asking for any job offer supported by LMIA. This will be no, unless you have something specific. Actually, it is very difficult to get this offer because the employer has to prove the government that he is not able to get any resource for a particular skill set within Canada, and hence he is getting a resource from outside. Chances of LMIA application getting approved are very minimal, and hence most employers stop doing this. This will be your provincial nominee certificate. Few provinces select candidates from pool and they send invites. If your application gets approved, then you will receive a provincial nominee certificate, which will give you additional 600 points in the express entry system. If you have siblings who's already a PR or a citizen of Canada, then you can mention yes, which will give you additional points. Now I'm giving no to see what the score is. So here you have received 354 for core capital factors. Spouse factors is showing 0 now. If you enter spouse's education, language score and work experience, the score will be shown here. And for skill transferability, you have got 75, which gives me the grand total 429. So this will be your final score. This gives you clear picture about your CRS score even before you create your actual express entry profile. Every 2 weeks or sometimes 3 weeks there will be an express entry draw where CIC will announce the results, which is called express entry rounds of invitation. This gives us details about the number of invitations issued in that draw, which is in this case is 3,350 for the last draw, and the lowest scored candidate invited, which is 438 in this case, which means all the candidates with CRS score 438 and above will receive invitations to submit PR application, which in turn tells you if you are closer to this score, more chances of you getting invitation in the coming draws. Here is a sample ITE for your reference. What if your score is less, and how can you increase your CRS score? Of course, first option will be your language test, which has the most weightage. You can practice well and take a second attempt. Even the slightest change in the score can make a big difference in your CRS score. Second will be applying through PNP. PNP gives you straight 600 points. As I said earlier, this is entirely a different process which has its own timeline and a fee associated with it. I'll try to make a video with more information on this. Next will be securing a LMIA approved job offer. Yes, it is difficult to get this in IT industry, but in other fields, for example hospitality and food industry, you can get job offer which will get you additional points. Another tip is to try calculating the CRS score with spouse as a primary applicant. Yes, this makes a difference if your spouse age is less than yours, which will give you few additional points. The last option would be applying alone. Yes, you heard it right. Though you're married, you will mention that your dependents will not be accompanying you at this point, which will give you some additional points. Once you have PR, you can sponsor your dependents, which might take another 7 to 12 months for them to get PR. I hope you like this video. If you do so, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Thank you.